petrol was getting into the water, water was getting into the petrol. This unit is a bit too small to have the container floating. It's supposed to have the container floating with the petrol in it. Petrol's the best. If you don't believe me, well, I've always used petrol as a solvent because it has been the best. If you're interested in how to use these things properly and not destroy it, because I had a bigger Chinese one, I think a 5 litre, and I destroyed it because I didn't know what I was doing. There's a channel called Steve's Small Engine Saloon, and Steve shows you exactly how to use these things without destroying them. I think the video is called You're Doing It Wrong. So go to Steve's Small Engine Saloon and he'll show you how to use these things properly. But this is really the only way how to clean parts properly, because I soaked it for like I said, a couple of days in mineral oil, and especially the rust. Yeah, that doesn't dissolve rust, so hopefully this is going to do a much better job. Alright. Hello again. I've got really bright lights on because it's really overcast. It rained last night. It's a bit bone dry around here, and what we call the crush, the sugarcane crush, the harvest of the sugarcane is supposed to start in a couple of weeks, and I don't know, it's not looking too good. Might be delayed. Anyway, bad luck. I'm lucky I'm not in that industry anymore, so I don't get affected by it. But what I'm doing here is, so I took the gun completely apart and gave the wood a clean, and gave it a good old ballistol treatment. This stuff been around for 100 years, and well, more than 100 years, and yeah, so it's good stuff. You know, if you don't know what ballistol is, then you can use it on anything. What can you use it on? Metal, leather, plastic, wood, formica, fiberglass. And you can use it as a lubricant, cleaner, rust inhibitor. It preserves. It is not conductive. Interesting. It's biodegradable, emulsifies in water, not sticky or gooey, and not harmful to skin. Now, yeah, it's supposed to be like, but it is flammable. So, yeah. It smells quite nice sometimes. My house smells like petrol. In fact, I've become used to it, and I think I'm a little bit high from it, because petrol fumes do get you high. In fact, in certain areas there's a certain fuel called opal fuel that we distribute here in Australia, and opal fuel, the gasoline, opal gasoline, does not get you high. You can't get high from it because, yeah, unfortunately amongst the indigenous population in certain areas there was chronic use of petrol sniffing, cheapest way to get high. So when I travelled around Australia, pretty much, if I wanted to go into certain parts of Australia, especially in Western Australia, the state of Western Australia, you had to go in. You could only go in with a diesel vehicle, because you couldn't go in with the petrol vehicle, because the petrol sniffing problem was that bad that yeah, they banned petrol vehicles from going in those areas. That's how bad it was. And then they introduced, I don't know if it was we invented it or whoever, but then they introduced opal fuel, which doesn't get you high. It's not supposed to get you high, I don't know. Yeah, but I'm a little bit wee. And I don't like the smell of petrol at all, but what can you do? That is the best solvent. Unfortunately, the sonic cleaner that I don't know if you can hear that in the background, the sonic cleaner going, but unfortunately I've only got I had I think a 5 litre sonic cleaner. That was really, really good, but I busted that because I didn't use it properly. Now, to use a sonic cleaner properly, what you've got to do is fill the unit. Don't overfill it. There will be marks on it where you can fill it. Fill the unit with water, and then just ordinary cold water, and then get a container, probably a plastic jar, And put your bits in there, fill it with petrol, not all the way, and just float it. You're supposed to float it on the surface. And if you want to, like I said before, or like I'm going to say, when you see the thing going, go to Steve's Small Engine Saloon. I think he's a Canadian from Kanakistan. Really nice guy, and he really knows his stuff. If you want to know anything about any small engines, anything with a small engine, you know, weed whackers, what we call whippersnippers, lawnmowers, chainsaws, everything. He does videos on everything, and he's really, really good. He's entertaining, and he's, yeah, it's no bull. And he gives a practical. There's a video called "You're Doing It Wrong." I'm pretty sure that's what it was called, and it details exactly how to use them. And when I watched that, I realised, that's why my unit broke down, because I didn't use it properly. So definitely go and see him. But anyway, this Hornady lock and load sonic cleaner, yeah, it's pretty small, and it is working, but it's going to take some time. So I've got to, the maximum time increment it's got is 15 minutes. So yeah, that's one of the reasons I want to get rid of it, and it is small. I originally got him to clean to clean brass with, but that Chinese one that I had, the 5 litre, that worked really well. That actually did a good job on brass. It had twin transducers, and it was a beast, but I destroyed it through misuse. Not deliberately, just because I didn't know what I was really doing. Because even though I read the instructions, yeah, it wasn't right. Listen to Steve at Small Engine Saloon. Steve's Small Engine Saloon. Pardon me. So I'm just waiting for that thing to finish. I might come back in a minute, and when I think it's clean and complete, and I'll just with compressed air, I'll blow all the petrol off it and then give it a coat of Ballistol. So okay, so that's done. Wasn't perfect, but it did remove a lot more gunk. One thing it did do is that it removed a fair bit of patina, and which exposed rust that I didn't see. Goes to show you how long that rust had been there, that the patina had developed over it. But that sonic cleaner is pretty crap. So I just went online and ordered another one, a 15 litre. Yeah. So that's going to be good for everything, because there's really nothing that cleans like a sonic cleaner if you've got a proper one now. So what you're going to see me do is have a go at reassembling this thing. So should be pretty easy. First things first is I'll put the end cap back on. Oh, I see. It's got to be lined up, because it's perfect hemisphere. Okay. Now I know what I did wrong. It's just slightly over alignment, and there she goes. Don't tighten up too much, otherwise you'll crack it, because I did find, it looks like a crack there, but it's not. It's really short. It's under that cap. It's under the what's called the barrel band, and that's where it stayed. So yeah. There you go. Alright, so that bit's back on. Now make sure that that's even on both sides. A bit more. A bit more. That's pretty even on both sides. Yeah, maybe a little bit more. Can reach it. So that's that together. Now what? Now what I'll put on, so there's nothing else to go on this, so the stock, keep that off, put this scutcheon on, tighten anything, so that's his scutcheon back in. What else can I put back on? I can put this back on. You check that out, I mean that's, or that one, that is, it doesn't look cast, it might be forged, that's one piece. Yeah, they don't do that anymore. Right, that's better. Now when you tighten it, it's been perfect, yeah, perfectly perpendicular, so yeah, that's what it was missing. Now, let's see, what else do I need to put? Oh yeah, I can put that on. The other sling spool. And that is... oh shit. I don't believe that. No. I'm bugger it. It's not in here, is it? No, I'm missing a screw. That's not good. That is not good at all. I can't believe that. I was really careful not to lose anything, and guess what? Lost that screw. Now I've got to go look for it. Alright, back in a minute. Found it. Yeah, thank God. There's nothing worse than that feeling of, oh no, I've lost a screw off this gun. One of the problems with screws on guns is a lot of the times there'll be their own proprietary thread and whatnot, or some weird wire gauge, tiny. Yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare. And then, especially something as old as this, you look at it and you go, what are the chances of me finding a replacement or getting a replacement? You know, zero. So that's the worst feeling, that feeling of panic when you go, I've lost the screw. Yeah, like I said, especially on something as old as this. How far is that going in? The old eyes. You know, even if you've got young eyes, it doesn't hurt to use some, get some, I don't want to do that too tight, but yep. I don't want to do these screws up too tight because, and a lot of time people do screws up too tight for whatever reason. And just make sure that this has got a coat of polystyrene inside all over the place. Yes it does. Yes it does. And this thing's also got a nice coat of polystyrene and some fibres. Just can't get away from that. Alright, unless you know, I've got that blue cloth. I've got a roll of that actually, so I should be using that really, because there's no fibres on that come off it. Unlike, what's called, what most cleaning cloths are is what's called,
Yeah. So, what have they done there? This is interesting. That's a screw, and the head has been just... Screw holding the cocking indicator. Oh, okay. Oh, that must be a split pin too. Ah, okay. Alright, that's not a screw. Fair enough. The more I look, the more crap I find on this thing. Crap that I haven't already removed. I mean, some of this crud has probably been on it for 100 years. You know, so it's not going to be totally easy to get off. Right in the corner, right in the nook and cranny. It's not rust, it's just a build up of gunk. A little bit of rust probably. Not much though. So this is always a handy tool. Scribe to really get into tight places. Drop a ballista on there and try and get that out. Yeah, that looks better. That side's alright. Yeah. So everything's got a slight coat of ballistol on it, which I do like. Who knows what they were using back then to clean these things? Maybe ballistol. Ballistol's been around for over 100 years, so not many people are aware of that. It is not something new. What's that piece of rust? Yeah. A little dab of gunk just hanging there. Alright, so let's get this back in there. So it just should be, just open the action. Oops. Yeah. So there is there's a recess. Man, I'm having serious camera problems, so I'm recording this last bit on the phone. I've just, having serious video camera problems, so I think I might have to go for a little drive tomorrow and buy another one, another video camera, because that one is having all sorts of problems with it now. So I have to be really careful because my phone is just sitting there on the stand. So yeah, hopefully I can do this without dropping the camera, dropping the phone, and breaking the screen. So I'll just give you the last little bit of what I was doing, because otherwise you might think, oh yeah, he screwed up and whatever, but no. So I was putting that back in. Now when you put it back in, obviously you've got to have the lever open. I advise taking it out and putting it back in vertically, that way that the cocking lever will stay down, and also, I don't know if that affects it, and the what's it called, the extractor, otherwise the extractor will get in the way. So there's a pin, tape a pin there that slots into a recess, and it's just straight back in. It's really easy. Put the pin in. The pin only goes one way. There's a big side and a small side, and that's it. There you go. So that's it. And the next
next time you'll see me, I'll either be shooting it or having shot it and reporting on it or whatever. But ammunition is a problem because, yeah, the people who make the bullets, Hawkesbury River Bullet Company, and the people who make the brass, I've forgotten their name now. Both here in Australia, and guess what? Their components don't match. The inside diameter of the cases is too tight. It's too small for the heel of the bullets from the Hawkesbury River Bullet Company. The brass is made by Bertram Brass. So Bertram Brass and Hawkesbury River Bullet Company, the only people making components for the ammunition, they don't match. They don't fit. The bullets don't fit. So, because I just watched a video a couple of days ago of what's his 456 sec or 345 sec, whatever his channel is. He did a video of he actually bought, to solve this problem, because he's got the same problem, he bought a desktop lathe and he's machining out the insides of the cases, of throats of the cases, so the bullets can fit. And these are bullets that he cast. So, man, I would have to get a special cast made for a heel that's smaller than the factory ones, and cast them myself so that the heel can fit into those cases, because I don't want to machine the cases. Maybe I might muck around and see if I can reduce the size of the heels, because it's not a lot, but yeah, they definitely don't fit. And I know that for a fact, because good old 456 sec, I think it's 456 SEC, small case, is an Aussie guy, and yeah, he knows a lot more about these things than I do, and he's been shooting for a lot longer than I have, and he's having exactly the same problem. So it's not because I'm an idiot again, it's because the parts don't fit, which is really, really, really disappointing. But not just that, it's really bizarre. The only manufacturer of bullets and the only manufacturer of brass don't talk to each other. That's just weird. That's just really, really weird. So, yeah, because you can't get Cadet brass anymore. You know, you're lucky to find that. So, and there seems to be more and more people buying these things. So, yeah, any old brass that's out there, it's gone. And I don't go to gun shows. So, yeah, next time you'll see me, I'll have shot it, hopefully. You know, there's a couple of people at my club who shoot these things, and I'll see if I can, yeah, beg them to sell me some ammunition. Otherwise, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll have to sort of figure it out as I go along, because there is factory ammo out there, but it's such a bit of a nightmare getting ammo transported, because it costs like what does it cost now? It went up $160 per shipment, because it's a dangerous good. Yeah, right. Alright, so that's about it. But I'm having serious camera problems. That's why I'm doing this on my phone. I'm surprised it hasn't fallen over. So, see you later.